Well, hi there again. Glad you joined me today. Just wanted to update you on how it's been going since the garden has kind of wrapped up for the year. And, I'm staying busy, got a lot going on. We're going to look at a couple things today, right quick. Taking up the woven weed fabric, and the chickens helping me out with that. And then working in the compost bins, and the chickens helping out with that. And then I had to retrofit some leaf baggers onto my other mower right at the end of this thing, and I'll kind of show you where we're at on all that kind of stuff. And oh yeah, the sweet potato flop. I got a finale on that. So stick with me. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, this week we're gonna go ahead and finish up the sweet potato adventure, or the flop as I like to call it. I've got two beds left. This is one of them. The other one looks exactly like this. The vines have died away. They've had frost on them. There's nothing there above ground. So we're going to dig these beds out and see if there's anything at all to be salvageable out of my sweet potato flop, as I like to call it. So just give me a second here. We'll dig down in there and see what's going on. And looking at these sweet potatoes again, this is kind of what I'm seeing all along the area where they should be. Here's one of the vines yet to be pulled up, but you can see the roots are coming out, and they're running like crazy, but they didn't plump up to make nice potatoes. So anybody that's dealt with these things before, is this a soil problem? Is it a lack of water problem, which we had? And I did not keep water on them like I probably should have, obviously. So if you got some ideas on this, what could be causing them to just be long and stringy, I could sure use some suggestions. And this was my really first serious time of trying to grow some. The variety is Puerto Rico, which is a bush sweet potato. Not meant to be running all over the yard, but just to be good for growing in boxes and providing a bunch of potatoes. But so far I got a bunch of vines that have now died off, and a bunch of long stringy roots. And I still got one more box to go, but I don't think it's going to be any better than this one. So my aptly named potato flop seems to be continuing. Okay, here's the sweet ending for the sweet potato flop. I put the gloves for comparison, but out of 4 8-foot boxes, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potatoes that might roast up okay. They seem to be large enough for that. You get a feel for based on the glove size, you can tell how big they are. But again, if you got some thoughts, I'd love to hear what you got to say about sweet potatoes and growing them in raised beds. What am I doing wrong? And let me know. Share that with me. So I've been spending some time getting the woven weed fabric where I've got the planting holes in it pulled up and put away into storage. That's what I've been working on, along with other things since my last post. The front half over there is done. I'm working on the back half today, and I got all this help out here. Just trying to look it over, make sure I don't miss anything. And that's always fun to watch them get in here and just uncover where I uncovered some new fresh dirt, and they just go crazy. So that's what they're doing today. One of my projects going on right now. Yeah, of course, another one of my projects is filling up the leaves in these compost bins. And of course, I've got these two young ladies that figured they have to get up here and check it all out. And every load, it seems like I dump the leaves in and come back to it for the next load, and here they are. Different ones, but every time it's somebody, one of them sitting up here on top, just checking things out. I love it. it's great being part of this. Well, one thing we don't talk about much, but sometimes the off-season stuff but it's taking care of gardening related things and items and working and building and tearing up and repairing stuff. And this is one of those times. You saw me gathering up leaves with my big John Deere riding mower with the baggers on it, and misfortune this week, last week I guess, was doing that, and something happened to my mower. It didn't quit running altogether. My project this week was to retrofit, recalculate, remodel, redesign a method to get those baggers off the John Deere and mount them over to my Troy-Bilt. And you say, why do that? Just go buy some new baggers for the Troy-Bilt. Well, that's $500. You know, and that's why do that when you've got the baggers sitting right here. So yeah, I jumped on that lawnmower project, and I got busy cutting and measuring and drilling holes, and I just forgot all about filming it. But I'll share a picture or two with you here. The John Deere had the back bagger had the attachment that had the two rods coming out. You see right next to the green, right there on that first picture on the left-hand side. And those rods did not mount up to the Troy-Bilt because there were no holes, and there was a different design on the actual bed of the lawnmower. So what I had to do, if you look on the right-hand picture, I put in that 1-inch piece of steel, 1/8 inch steel bar across there, drill 2 holes in the end, attach it to the fender, and then I drilled the 2 holes to match up to those 2 rods, so they would have a place to be mounted. And the long thing that they are mounted to, the black thing, that there's a couple of holes on the bottom down there. I had to cut one of those in. They had one, but that helped it to stabilize, and that got that put together. And then when it was all said and done, I got the final shot there of the Troy-Bilt with the baggers hooked up to it, and it worked perfectly fine. I did have to modify that chute just a little bit to get it to fit. It was shorter than it was on the John Deere, so I had to just cut one of the ends off. But that was it. I mean, other than that, it worked out really well. I was thrilled to death about it, and gonna be picking up a lot of leaves this coming week. I can see them falling already. Well, I hope you guys got a lot out of that today. I'm kind of staying busy with stuff. A lot is things, little trivial things. Not sure anybody will be caring about that, but I'm trying to keep you updated on what's happening around here and kind of what's going on. And I hope you've enjoyed that. Drop me a line if there's something you'd like to see or talk about, or share some thoughts on those sweet potatoes. I would appreciate that, because that was really a flop, I'll tell you. But I'm already looking ahead at some new things coming up, and I'm hoping that you know, you'll be excited about some of it. Tell your buddies. I'd like to grow the channel a little bit, and try to help me out with that if you could. But in the meantime, I'm gonna let you go, and I'll see you guys in the next one.